I have a couple of points, thoughts that we've had about how we take this forward. I have to admit that when we came about with this discussion, and even Dr. Dipankar Sahab would agree, when we came about with this discussion, we knew that at this time, we had to raise the issue and bring in very eminent speakers to come together on one platform. So here I would have to say a big thank you for all of you for participating. Dr. Saha for being able to bring this very eminent and important persons into it. However, having said this, I do not think that this can be, whether we will all agree, that this can be the end of the discussion. Or rather, I would say, this is only a beginning. And as I think of the topic, I can see three pathways that we need to look at it. On one pathway is we cannot put India all into one scientific type, where you have the same type of geology and hydrology and agriculture and climate. We have a different agroecological zones. We have the different geological zones. We need to have the scientific community from the different perspectives come together to identify what we need to do where farm ponds are appropriate. What are the type of farm ponds? Where are they appropriate? Or what are the water sources that we need to do? This has to be in a very sound scientific way. And that is one stream from my little knowledge in that area I think of. The other aspect we came about in the discussions here is how do we take it forward with the policy level? That too needs bringing out all these discussions and gathering together the different discussions that we have had over the years and different groups that have had the discussions to come about how do we actually get into the policy, take good policy decisions and implement them. One of the inputs we picked up was a lack of the follow-up, the monitoring systems. We need to put all this in place because finally, if we do not have water, our country cannot go forward. And so this is with another group of people, but we need to work together with it. And the third sector that came out very well, and we had it coming up from the community was, taking it to the ground. We have a large group of civil society organizations, practitioners, communities who can contribute these. So that is another stream in which we need to take it forward. In this respect, I would like to share some of the activities that we have been doing with WOTR over the years. At least since the past 7 years, we have been working on water stewardship. And the two villagers described about how they are managing the water. A water stewardship that comes about with the community coming together to recharge, looking at the demand and supply and demand side, and managing the water in the years of drought and in the years of good rainfall. So they look at the measurement, they plan the Kharif season, the Rabi crops, as each of these according to the water that is available in that village. So Pooja, to supplement what you were saying, here we've got another method of the whole water stewardship approach. And very recently, we have published the document on how to do it. I think we have implemented it in over 260 villages over the years. And we've got this experience tested out. And then the groundwater governance standard. We need to implement this also. We are coming out with a book shortly on how do we implement the groundwater governance standard, which is by the local community. I think this is what Mr. Shashi Shekhar said. It must be driven by the community. And these are methodologies of how the community can take it forward. And it's the groundwater governance standard is shortly going to be published. It is in the final stages of its designing. And so, dear friends, I would like to, while I thank you all for coming to it, this is before I hand it over, I would like to say, we would like to engage with you in these sort of intensive discussions, in these three lines of thoughts, as we go forward to work towards the sustainability of our ground, of our precious resource of water in our country and with our rural communities, and where we as citizens will also be equally responsible wherever we live. So on my side, thank you.